Hello, my dear Pisces, and welcome back. I don't always do this where I put all of the card decks on the table before I put out your spread, but this is what we were given as I was getting ready to shuffle, and I wanted to share this with you because it is just too good. Okay, so firstly, we have this preparedness here with the Three of Earth. We have somebody planting seeds, and the squirrels are all about gathering, preparedness, having more than enough, having a stockpile, prioritizing, things like that. And then we have the Rider, which is a number one, all about really fast moving energy, sort of the energy of the Fool or the Rider. Well, this is the Rider here, but I meant the Wanderer in some decks. We then have new beginnings, another indicator that you're going somewhere very quickly, very fast. You're embarking on a new journey. So seeing that here 3 times over. And the animal here is the salmon, which swims upstream, going against the grain in order to follow the inner knowing or the intuition. So this is also the Queen of Cups in this tarot deck here. Let's see if I can grab that card. If it wants to come through, we'll see. Okay, not a big deal. Maybe later in the reading you'll get the Queen of Cups. Either way, trusting your intuition radically as you move forward to the end goal here, which is sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you really want to be. I think that's really lovely and is, again, solidified by the next card here, which is Cultivating Love with Effervescence. And I really love how the hands are so similar. The next one here is Slow and Steady. So we have sort of a fast moving energy here with this preparedness and this new beginning. And then once your intuition comes into play, it's going to require you a little bit to slow down and to listen by getting outside, connecting to nature, connecting to your higher sources, your ancestors, spirit team, whatever it is you believe in, so that you can have this very heart sensitive, emotional calling that grounds you. So again, just really paying homage there to the hand motions and how earthy all of that is. And again, this is all before your reading even begins. And then we have the Standing People, which is about giving and receiving at the same time. So this is the energy of the tree and that perfect yin-yang balance. So again, this nod here to being in balance. So connecting to your higher sources, getting grounded. And then of course the option is to achieve joy, which we have here. There's sheep in the background, there's a nice body of water, grassy green hills, and this girl is just here in this field of dandelions, and it looks like some fireweed there while she plays her harp, and it's just a very peaceful motion. But another nod here that there's a transition that's ongoing. You're going through some sort of movement, leaving something behind in order to find your inner peace, and then to again achieve this stillness here. Or perhaps through stillness, you will find every step of the way is guided for you by that intuitive edge. So I wanted to share that with you all first. Let's go ahead and dive into your reading. Okay, my dear Pisces, I like to save a little bit of time and just get the cards on the table. I know we've already dove in a little bit into what the story is going to be like for your reading today, but I'm going to go ahead and light up some sage anyways. We're going to just clear this space. Take this time to just get comfortable. Grab your coffee, your tea, your water, whatever suits you. And just really set up your space as well, just to get nice and comfortable. And I also suggest that we release expectations for the reading as well. It's okay to have intentions, but just know that whatever message is going to come through for you is exactly what is meant for you to hear today and will always be for your highest good. So, a little bit of sandalwood here to just continue on that. process here and just inviting your spirit guides, your spirit team to come forward here and help us along this reading to ensure that you get the clearest view possible of the concepts that we'll share here. Okay, so first let's dive into the positions. This is the center, which will give us a bigger, broader perspective of what we're going through today. Your past, or what might be ready to be released. Your mindset here, messages from the spirit realms or your spirit team, and then your forward movement, or the potential outcome for the situation. And then the Lenormand here is read just like a sentence from left to right. So, taking just a few deep breaths here. And we begin with Divine Light. What a way to begin. I really love this card. This is about allowing the universe in to your life. This is also about seeing positivity in the little things. So we'll come back around to that. It seems that the divine is really trying to reach you. And we have the medicine wheel, which is what we're doing here. So we have all of the positions on the wheel. And this is about moving forward regardless of the choices that are made. So the time is going to pass no matter what you do. I know some of you from the previous set, a lot of you were thinking about a new beginning, a little bit of a starting over, a fresh new start. So that is indicated here with the movement or the cycles, instigating for us that no matter what we do, that cycle is going to continue, and we can have faith and trust that it's going to be in our highest good. And in your mindset here, we have reflections. It's actually in the reversed. So it could be that you're diving a little bit too deeply into yourself, into your self-reflection, or perhaps taking a scenario or the situation in your life a little bit too personally. What we really want to do with this card is, or the positive aspect of this card, if it's not in the reversed, is really looking at the parts of you that are perhaps challenging or needing revisions. That's what makes it the smoky mirror, right? Is that we're looking for revisions. In the reverse, you could be looking for negative aspects of self or trying to fix yourself. And it does seem that there's a message coming through here that you are a divine being of light. There's no need to fix or change yourself in order to receive. And here we have self-reliance with the burden basket. So yes, some of you are burdening yourselves with maybe too much thinking, or maybe going within a little bit too harshly on yourself. So it's time to really go easy on yourself and only take on as much energy as you feel that you can without overwhelming yourself. So maybe lightening the load a little bit. And then we have the power place, which is about empowering yourself through nature, which is of course what we saw at the beginning. And I'm noticing lots of sevens. 1 and 6 is 7, 7 here. We have 2, 7, 3 and 4 is 7, and then a 4 here. So interesting. Little synchronicity there. But that's a magical number. It's a trusting number. It's this magic that lives in the world. And the story of this card is that when people were doing vision quests or going on rites of passage journeys, which look very much like this here, the divine light, they would go and have this magical experience on a rock somewhere or under the standing stones or what have you. And then future generations would be able to walk past those same spaces and they would really remember, or they would just get this jolt of energy because they feel that that's a place where empowerment happened. So you're very much ready for whatever it is that's coming your way. It's time to empower yourself and just let all of the small stuff go. Okay, and then the Lenormand says here that it's time to openly communicate or gather with the community. And we have the mice, which is slow moving energy, sometimes can just be getting a little bit daunted by the road ahead. Then we have the dog here in the reverse, which is about loyalty, being fully committed to yourself and this journey. The death card, okay. So the Empire card. I know this is a tower card, but it's not like the traditional tarot where it's the lightning strike and it's going to strike you down. This is the Empire, what it is that you are building. Okay, the clouds, finally something upright. Okay, good. So the clouds are clearing from all of this. We have sort of a quote-unquote negative card here with the mice. Just again, slow moving energy. It doesn't really feel upright and beautiful the way that it did on the bottom of your deck to begin with, which is the Rider card, feeling on top of the world as you move through towards your goals and dreams. This is quite the opposite, which is saying things like, oh, everything is conspiring against me, I'm just going to fall on my face, why even try? And when the clouds do open, you'll see that everything opens up for you when you are committed. And we have that here too with the dog, loyalty, commitment. So you may be burning out, many of you, because we have the community getting out there, putting the cycles in motion, and then there's this slowing down or this second guessing yourself, and then you're no longer loyal to the cause or to this empire that you're building. You begin to burden yourself with this reflection of yourself, and you start to feel like you're walking into the darkness, and it doesn't feel good. And then you remember, well, time's going to pass anyways. I really need to be doing this thing, whatever it is. And so let's dive deeper into what is ready to be released for you. And remember, at the bottom of the deck here, we have this cultivating love card, which is effervescence, all about being one with the universe and that divine light. So I'll go ahead and pull that one out so that it can remain on the bottom of the deck. What is ready to be released for my Pisces? Yes, so there's a little bit of a hiding energy going on. My apologies. Sorry, I usually put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode. Okay. Reveal your gifts. It's time to allow yourself to fully and completely embrace your brilliance. If she were to just push these leaves up just a little bit, she would know that this is a crown, not a blindfold. And, you know, there's a lot of scars and these images of imperfections that we see in oracle cards, and it's really quite beautiful. Most of the time there's a mirror somewhere around these crazy divots and cracks that happen in the persona of the illustrations, and it's usually about loving yourself regardless. Okay, and now at the bottom of the deck here we have the Witch, and one of my favorite cards, just because she's honing in and holding this chest area where the moon is high, the birds are, you know, welcoming the night and beginning to see things in a 360-degree viewpoint. And the veins of this person are one with the twigs. And we see that as a nod here of cultivating love or manifesting that love energy, that hearth fire, that feeling of community, which we see in multiple different bases. This is what's on the bottom of the deck here, which is this equilibrium that you are finding, and it's going to come from your intuitive knowing. You're going to know exactly what to do, and you're going to take action on those inspired decisions, and in so doing, you're cultivating a oneness between you and the universe, which is quite beautiful. And it feels fantastic. It's going to make you feel as though you're being rejuvenated on a consistent basis. So there's no longer this fear of burnout or this fear of I'm going too slow, so I guess I should just quit. Time to go back to bed. This empire is just not meant for me now, right? So it's like, well, what's the use in trying? And we don't want to be embodying that. So it's time to speak outwardly about what it is that you're doing and where it is that you're going. So let's dive into your mindset and what it is that you are manifesting. What is sort of this big goal, this new direction that many of you are taking? Oh my goodness. It's just new beginnings. Okay, well, wonderful. That's what we were hoping for. But what is this new beginning? Where are we going with this new beginning? Is it career focused? A voyage. Wow, Pisces. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we remain with the stillness card here, coming back around to showcase how you're going to connect to those higher sources. So we have a new beginning coming for you that's going to feel very expansive. I really love the whales here. The whales, goodness, they're so ancient, they're so wise, they have such a massive energy about them. They hold the secrets to existence, really, because they're very much dinosaurs that continue to roam our oceans today. And so there's knowledge there, there's records kept there. So many of you, if you have been feeling called to the Akashic records, the whales and the voyage here can very much be an indicator that you're being called in that direction again. And you are very connected to your inner vision of yourself. And then we have the death card here, which honestly looks a lot like one of my past clients' Akashic records. She had the Anubis, I suppose, as one of her spirit guides, and she was in the Akashic realm. She was in the ancient pyramids, so it was really, really cool to see that. So if you're interested, let me know, because I do teach the Akashic records. It comes with meditations. It's 6 weeks, self-paced if you'd like it, or we can go one-on-one, and you get a certification to offer sessions and also to teach others. So some of you may be feeling the call to that as this new beginning states. So perhaps the new beginning has to do with the Akashic records, but I'm still curious. Let's go ahead and pull that stillness card. Okay. So, miracles. So it's time for you to really believe in what it is that you're doing. I really love the synchronicity here. It looks very similar. So some of you may be taking a physical voyage to this power place, somewhere where you can see for a long distance. You can get out of the house, you can get away from what's going on now, shift your perspective into the universal source energy, into how you can best benefit yourself, into what your next step may be, and how you can get there in a place that's going to feel the most like this stillness here. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we had taking chances and taking risks, and that's almost exactly the same whereabouts. So I'm in Utah State, and this looks so much like home. So some of you may be called to Canyonlands or Zion National Park, the Canyonlands, Capitol Reef. There's so much of that here. So very cool, very interesting. I'll go ahead and save these. Okay, let's dive in now to your spirit messages. Messages from your spirit realm. Okay, what do we have today for Pisces? Let's see. Pisces for March. Thank you. Partnership. Okay. Learn to grow with others. Overcome obstacles by working together. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. Very pretty. I really like the geometry here. And then, of course, there's butterflies, which are another nod here to the transition that you're going through. Something is moving, and it's moving rather quickly. it seems, and you're being guided to ask for help at this time. This is still the energy of the bottom of the deck here, which says sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, and remember who you are and where you want to be. So again, empowering yourself with this, the miracle of earth energy. And as I pull that one off the top, the new on the bottom here is embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you, renew yourself and thrive. Very interesting that we see very dual meanings here. Partnership is reach out for help. Sanctuary is embrace solitude. So again, coming back to this perfect balance, at what point do we call for help? And what point do we take on this quest on our own? So yes, good luck definitely favors the brave, but running a one ring circus doesn't always help. So just make sure that you are asking for assistance if need be. Okay, let's dive into now your future expression. What part of you is going to be expressed into the next stage? How is the next stage going to express itself to you? What do we have for Pisces into their future? Okay, the Gentle Gardener, another one of my favorites, but I'll say that about many of my cards. So we have this very slow and steady energy here, where this is you, you're on your journey, it feels a little bit slow, almost to a fault, making you almost want to give up. And the universe is here as this gentle gardener looking down at you and your journey and all of these hatchlings coming forward into the world and spreading their light. And really all they want is for you to really just embrace that this journey is made for you. And there may be hiccups along the way, but nothing beats this energy of being in tune. So as long as you are in tune with the world at large and your mission and what you're here to accomplish, there's no way for you really to buckle or need to change direction in any way. You're still moving forward. You're just inviting more help in along the way. So the bottom of the card now is protecting treasure. We have a young girl here with an umbrella that covers her and her treasure chest. There we go. So another nod to this sanctuary card, that it's very important for you to rejuvenate yourself in order to thrive, because the thriving energy is really where we're headed. I apologize if you hear anything in the background. My dogs, I know, are upstairs going crazy. Okay, so let's move into now the motivation. What is the momentum for this change that Pisces is undergoing? Remember, the bottom of the deck here, we have this six of arrows with the Six of Swords, which is a transition, a great movement. This would be literally packing up house and moving. We have voyage here. So whatever it is, it's quite big. It's a big change that you're looking to embark upon. So what is the driving force here for Pisces? Okay. The Page of Stones, or the Page of Pentacles, is the lynx. The lynx are in charge of secrets. They also climb up so high into the trees that they come back with sunspots. So I think that's very sweet. But the lynx in particular are not one to share with you what they know. They really, really like to just lead you on the path and sort of leave these little tiny breadcrumbs that really make no sense. It's like this gentle gardener here that's just like, well, I'm here and that is enough. You don't really need to know more. You don't really need to have all of the answers now. It's much more about knowing that you're on the right path and allowing that to truly be enough. Okay, and it's right here with the self-reflection. So there may be part of you that feels that there's parts of you that are left secret. Oh, and we have the wheel. The wheel in 2 different card decks comes out here for you. Okay, so again, just that forward movement, and no matter where you are on the wheel, so if each of these spokes is a new beginning or a new thing that you're doing on your life path, it's going to feel in that moment like you're being crushed because all of the weight is on just that one spoke for that moment. And then there's this massive relief for the rest of the journey until you come full circle again to rest on your spoke again. So then the lesson becomes, if you don't want to get smashed, then remain in the center and you will be okay. So again, centering yourself, coming back to the divine, coming back to your higher sources, what it is that you believe in. And also, it's going to very much depend on your decision-making skills as you go through this transition. So we know the transition is happening, but I think some of you may be feeling a little bit of resistance to that next step. Is it right for me? Is this okay for me to go about this? Is this what my guides really and truly want from me? Am I worth this? Can I really do this? All of those different things are in your mind, sort of trying to talk you out of it. And the lesson here with the 2 is that these are flaming bows, which is wonderful because that's creative energy and action, forward action energy. However, with them being on fire, it's going to eventually hurt your hands to hold on to the decision-making process, where you could be here with so much more peace and awakened type energy because you've made the decision, you're on the boat and you're on your way. And I really love how he is inside of a swan boat, because we see this swan for you here at the bottom of this deck. So your goal really is to embody your decision-making process, which leads us all the way back around to empowerment here, and making decisions for your empire. It's your life. It's not for anyone else to live for you. And I think that might have been your message last month as well. So there we have the momentum of what's driving you. One is time will move on no matter what I do, so I may as well enjoy what it is that I'm doing and follow my divine sources optimally and radically if need be. Okay, so let's see here. What aspects of self are going to be coming forward for you as you're preparing for this new beginning, this new full force, full speed ahead? Because it does feel like many of you have that very, not forceful because that sounds negative, but a very powerful forward-moving energy that's driving you. But behind the scenes, it does seem like there's some mindset stuff going on. And it's around the decision-making process. Okay, so making decisions has been a difficult thing for you. So that's very interesting duality there. And then we have the counselor here. So this is an aspect of you that you're going to want to invoke more of or to create on a deeper level. So there's this emotional maturity here, as it is in the sign of water. This would be like the Knight of Cups. And this is someone who you would consult with for matters of the heart and matters of your next steps. And look at the animal totem that's here, which is the whales. Another nod to the Akashic records if you're being pulled to that, or just simply those ancient teachings of wisdom that are found within the farthest reaches of our world. So some of you may be called to watch some TV shows about ancient wisdom, or to read books on ancient wisdom, or even on TikTok. I've been talking about this a little bit because I'm in love. The sea shanties, like Viking songs, have been reawakening through TikTok and some of the other social medias, and people have been remixing those and making these really deep, rumbling, like very alto sounds, and then doing a cappella with these ancient sea shanties, and they give me chills every time. So you can look at those on YouTube or TikTok, just searching sea shanties. Sea is an ocean. Okay, and some of you may be just being called to the sea. Maybe it is the ocean where you're going. Okay, in the bottom of the deck here, we have this 10 of Earth. Now, this is 10 of prosperity and wealth, but we have this mask here. But the important piece is that the mask is off. So you're going to be finding your way through this smoky mirror here, because up until now it's sort of been in your way. But I love that we have all the elements here. We have earth, we've got fire here, the air with the dragon. So there's like this beautiful spirit guide being with you, and this feeling of having it all in the palm of your hand ready for you. And going at this creation with this energy of the 10, it's going to be very beautiful. That we have a kind of a starting point and an end point here. This is prosperity and abundance being true for you, and having the ability to take this mask off is going to be very beneficial for you. Okay, I'd like to get at least, I have one more card here. Oh, I have a couple. Okay, let's see what animals are coming here to assist you. First, we have the salmon, another water element, which I really love for you. And it signifies going against the grain, if that's what your intuition calls for. So let's see what other animals are coming through here. We have the prairie dog, all about retreat. That's sort of their superpower, right? Is they will like disappear. And that goes over here with the sanctuary card, saying that as you renew yourself, you come back stronger. And then when you're thriving as well, you're going to be thriving with others. We have community all over your reading as well. And then we have action here too. Yes, a couple of the other signs got this action card and this want for action, this need to take action. So taking action upon your dreams, when you have the deciding factor, it really all relies on you. Nobody's going to make this decision for you. This is about your life, your next step, your empire. Wow. And so now we have the links coming through for you twice. And again, that symbolism of secrets. And secrets in terms of, honestly, I feel like this is another call to the records, because this is, again, ancient wisdom, finding animal meanings, finding totems that really mean something, researching sigils, runes. What ancient symbols are you called upon to reawaken at this time? I feel that there's something you're on the hunt for, something that you're looking to find that really is going to help you along this path. I personally have been looking greatly into human design. It's something that I'm offering readings for right now, where I go through your chart on an audio or video, and we go through all of those pieces to allow you to know how energy flows through your body. You have energy centers that are a lot of times put together with the chakras, and we have all these gates that open channels, and the energy flows through you as an aura. So that may be interesting to you as well, as some of you are diving deep into that self-reflection, that inner knowing. Now we're going to see what's going to help you to connect farther into your higher sources, into your spirit team. How can Pisces better find their inner sources, connect to their higher sources? What do we have for Pisces to connect deeper? Okay. peace. Very beautiful. We have multiple lambs, I noticed, with one of the cards that we began with. Let me do some reaching here. I really love that. A lot of people have been talking about like Christ consciousness coming back. A lot of people are calling it different things, whether it be 5D, the new world of peace, fifth world of peace, seventh fire, you know, lots of different archetypes depending on where you are in the world. But for some, those of you who have probably heard Christ consciousness being spoken about might feel this a little bit deeper, but the energy here is so much the same. It's this peaceful innocence coming forward here with the lambs, and I think that's really gorgeous. So peace, or better yet, stillness, as we've come to know it as well, is going to help you to connect to your higher sources, which just means that in times of stillness and in times of leisure moments is when you're going to get your biggest epiphanies, when you're going to fully understand your process so much more. And then we have strength here at the bottom of the deck, just reminding you that you're holding your own. We have self-reliance here with strength. It's like you're holding the world on your shoulders in this burden basket, because that's what these were back in ancient times, like a backpack for you to get things back to your home. Okay, so people would have different sizes based upon how big they are and how much they can carry. So the strength that you're enduring, or the issues, the transition that you're enduring, it's going to come to this beautiful light, and you're going to fully understand, yes, everything happens in order to give us strength, but we also need to understand that everything that we do is to manifest, generate, or to project energy, right? And you can't fill from an empty cup, and you're going to fully embody and realize that being true to yourself means being an effective decision maker. You're also understanding that to have a new beginning and to launch this new idea, whether it's a business, maybe for some of you, whether it's a new certification course for some of you, whatever that next step is that you are actively creating, it's going to take a power from deep within your soul that allows you to truly embody this next step, this strength that you are awakening. So be true to yourself, Pisces. Reach out to your community members when it comes time for this decision. You're going to want to allow time for your body to respond to the idea. So if it's a new job offer, sit with it for a day or two before immediately responding. I would say avoid knee-jerk reactions right now, because you want to make sure that you are feeling at the top of your game when it comes time to bring the action, if you will. So you're moving quickly, Pisces. You have the strength here to endure. There's absolutely no question that you're going to be able to get where you're going. Whatever it is that you are building, you're building from the ground up, which is quite admirable. Just ensure that whatever it is that's going on behind the scenes, whether it's fear of failure, fear of being seen, which we sort of see here, right? There's two different masks here, and they're being used in two different ways. This one I would say is very empowering, and it almost looks like the Lynx, honestly. So secrets being revealed. So you have all this power within you. You're just learning now how to create it, or how to bring it out and express it from you. So make the decision, Pisces. Decide that you're going to go on this journey, that you're going to set out on this voyage, because it seems that you have all of this guarantee around you that it's going to end up very beautiful. It's just a matter of really taking that risk right off the bat and just saying, yes, let's go for it, let's do this. And then you have this sort of sun shining energy that's this brand new hope, this new creative fire in your belly that says, yes, we can do it all. We can, as long as we continue to keep ourselves still and open and very much connected to nature. Let me see here, because we also have, here we go, this Standing People card. I really love this connection here. This is about connecting to the wisdom of Earth, whether it's through the Akashic records or through crystal grids or, you know, moon ceremonies, whatever it is that you like, whatever you're into for part of your personal practice. It's just going to be important that you find whatever that is and ground yourself in it. And I would suggest bringing in that earth element into your practice, because it says sometimes all you need to do is go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. Very, very beautiful reminder there to come back to what really makes you you, what's really driving your empowered motion to get out there, to share your secrets, if you will, to share with the world what you have to offer, because this is your quest, and the universe really does favor the bold. So make a decision, Pisces. Make sure that it comes from the heart. Sit with it first. Counsel with your community members. But just remember, this is your journey. This is about your self-reliance and how you see your personal strength. So let me know, Pisces, if you're needing any help or assistance with this. I have lots of resources in the description box, including all the ways you can reach out to me. If your next step is to visit the Akashic Records, we can do a session, or I can also do the certification course for you where you will be certified to teach. Then I do one-on-one sessions where we could have a full reading if you'd like to book a personal reading, and I do business coaching. I'm kind of all over the map, I know, but it's so good and I love it so much. So I'm here to support you all if you're looking for somebody to just bounce ideas off of with this community outreach, this counselor here. Let me know. I am available to you. I'll put everything in the description box for all the ways to book a call with me. And if not, then you know what? I will see you all next month. It's been wonderful to have you all here. Please remember to subscribe so you can see next month's reading as soon as it comes out. Comment how this was helpful to you, and I'll see you all then. Bye.